We're back. Another one. Consistency is the key. I say this every day. Some mad news today, man. It just come out just now. We're going to get into all of it. But yeah, it's going off, man. Mbuemo to get hijacked. This is crazy. If we let this one slip out of our hands, oh my God, I'm going to be pissed. Because we've already been putting him in our starting 11s and our squad. He's part of our squad already. We've put him in there. There's no way we can let this guy slip away. Yeah, Thomas Frank got confirmed yesterday that he's the Tottenham manager now. So, what are we doing, man? Why are we taking so long to confirm Mbuemo? Every single Man United fan that I speak to has already put it in their head that we've got Mbuemo. We've already got him. We're putting him in our starting 11s. We're talking about what striker is going to be behind him and Cunha. Every single United fan. So how the hell now are we sitting here and we're letting these reports even come out? We've been talking to him for about the window opened on June the 1st. So come on, man. We're coming up to 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on, man. He already said he wants to come with us. I don't know if it's the agent. It might be the agent pushing the talks. It could be the agent just pushing it, making it seem like Tottenham are going to go for him so United can make a bid and just pay the price that Brentford wants, or it's reliable. But we'll read it out anyway. This is from Sky Sports Leo, and he goes, Tottenham have held initial discussions with Brentford about a potential deal about Bryan Mbuemo. Thomas Frank to Tottenham increases their chances. Obviously, it's your old gaffer. He's just moved. He's just gone to Tottenham. They're playing Champions League. Do you know what I mean? So he can get convinced, innit? Because you've got a relationship with your gaffer. So it could happen. Me personally, if he was to diss Man United and say, you know what, I'm not going Man United, I would expect him to go to Newcastle. You've got Isaac on up top, Antony Gordon on the left, Isaac up top, and then you've got your perfect spot on the right. You are bedded in. Like no one is taking. You've got no competition, nothing. So that's where I would think if he's going to go somewhere, it will be Newcastle. So for it to be Tottenham, it just shows Thomas Frank is having a say, and that's your old gaffer. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to let Gyokeres come to United because of Ruben. If it weren't for Ruben, we wouldn't even be thinking about Gyokeres. Let's be real. We'll be thinking about someone else. So it's a weird one, man. It's crazy. But you look at you got to look at it that he already rejected Tottenham. He must have known that Frank's going to Tottenham, or he might be going to Tottenham. He rejected them already. Do you know what I mean? Like, but now it's coming out that he's a bit more open to it. He's more intrigued. Look, Sky Sports has just put out an article now, Sky Sports News. Tottenham Hotspur have held initial discussions with Brentford about the deal for Bryan Mbuemo. Mbuemo is understood to be more intrigued by a move to Tottenham now that Thomas Frank has become their head coach. Oh, my days. How has it even got to this? That we can even have these articles coming out? We've had 2 weeks to wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Obviously, we don't want to get scammed in the transfer market. We don't know what Brentford's asking for. We've heard it's 60 mil. They want the same roundabouts as Cunha. What are we trying to do? 55? For like 5 million add-ons? Whatever it is, it's not working. We've been haggling for a minute. What it could be Thomas Frank moving to Tottenham has slowed things down because they're more worried about that. Remember, they've got to get a new manager. How are they going to buy people in the transfer league, in the transfer market without a manager? You've got to sell your project to someone. Like, listen, you want to be able to play for this manager, this is how he plays, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So it could be a slowdown because of Frank's move to Tottenham. But it's all coming out now, man. Thomas Frank has become their head coach, and now they're linked. And Sky Sports is talking about it. So who's next? We just need to see the bomber from David Ornstein or Fabrizio Romano. Once they tell us what's really going on, then we'll know. This could just be agent talk. Agents just pushing the deal up and just trying to get a little deal out of us. Make, United panic. Oh my God, Tottenham's into him. Oh my God. Go and just pay what they want. It could be that. It could be just, you know what I mean? It could just be chat. So we're gonna end up having to see, man. But yeah, it's crazy. And this is from Graham Bailey. He's come out today as well. And he's gone Tottenham TBR Football can confirm that Tottenham Hotspurs could still have a chance of signing Mbuemo ahead of Manchester United. Mbuemo is known to be very happy in London, but United still regard as favourites to land him. What does that mean? What does that mean? TBR Football can confirm that Tottenham Hotspur could still have a chance of signing Mbuemo ahead of Manchester United. So they've got a chance ahead of us. But then he says, Mbuemo is known to be very happy in London, but United still regarded as favourites to land him. So what are you saying here then? I don't understand that one day. He's saying Tottenham Hotspur could still have a chance of signing Mbuemo ahead of Manchester United, but then he's saying, but United still regard as favourites to land him. So I think he's just talking nonsense. He's just trying to get involved and just say anything. Yeah, I agree with you. Clemens, again, I agree with you. I want him to come. I want him to come to United. I can't let him go nowhere else. I've already seen him in Old Trafford, in my head. Mbuemo, Cunha. I've seen them there in the Thames. So to go there and have to get someone else now, what, a Tyler Diblin or something like that? Come on, man. We ain't got time for that. That's crazy. Manchester United are optimistic of finalising the Brian Mbuemo deal by the start of pre-season. It's just a matter of transfer modalities. However, there's some growing concerns around the club after Thomas Frank joined Tottenham. Will he step up his efforts to sign his ex-player? And that got said 7 a.m. this morning. Christopher Mikel, he's very, very reliable. The guy on the left, Graham Bailey, I don't know about him. Yeah, I don't even understand his article. But the guy on the right, Christopher Mikel, he is very reliable. And he said this at 7 a.m. this morning, that Thomas Frank has joined Tottenham. Will he step up his efforts to sign his ex-player? So we don't know. 7 a.m. that's come out. And then look, like an hour ago, Sky Sports is talking about it now. So it's looking scary, man. It's looking scary. It's like we started off with Cunha and it was perfect. Cunha picked United. We done the deal, it was over. And then now we've got Arsenal with Gyokeres. We're going at it with them. Do they want Gyokeres? Is it a bidding war? What's it going to be? And then now Spurs has got involved in this. How? Last week, we had a clean run with all these players. Gyokeres, it was clean. Arsenal's going to go for Sesko. We're going to get Gyokeres. And Mbuemo, everyone's thought, yep, United have got him. He's already rejected everyone. He's rejected Arsenal, rejected Newcastle, rejected Tottenham. It's done. United are going to get him. That's it. Now we're getting into what's going on here. Bidding wars. What? Are they going to offer more than us? And then we're going to have to up our bid? If we're already sitting there with them and having discussions for this long, it's been about 2 weeks, remember, you know. Cunha got officially signed on the 1st of June. And then the 2nd was Mbuemo. That's when we said we're linked with him. So it's just gone mad, man. I don't believe anything until it comes from Romano and Ornstein. Exactly. That's what I've said. I've said the same thing. Majority of these guys, some of them are reliable though. And sometimes, to be honest with you, it comes from these little ones and then it will get to Romano. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't always hit them first. It's like Romano and that watch the little ones. Then they do their research. Like, bro, what are they saying there? And then they'll go on the phone and find out. Is it true? And then they'll come and drop it. But it's not always them that come with it first. That's the worry. So every reporter that comes, you've always got to just take it with a pinch of salt, but still report it because you don't know. They could be telling the truth. But like I said, Christopher Mikel, he's very reliable. I've a lot of things that he said in the past have made sense. But like he said, we're optimistic anyway. He said we're optimistic of finalising Mbuemo deal by the start of pre-season. So if we're optimistic, then it should be all right. And you got to remember something as well. This is why it's gone a bit mad. It's like we was linked with Cunha. Remember this year? We was linked with Cunha. And then it was 3 weeks. Nothing happened in 3 weeks. So 3 weeks went, because it wasn't like a bidding war and there wasn't loads of teams involved. There was nothing to worry about. So we was linked with Cunha. 3 weeks went past. We never said nothing. And then a few people were getting worried a bit. What's going on with Cunha? Is it broke down? Bam. It got confirmed. Here we go, etc. But yeah, like, so you just got to take everyone with a pinch of salt, man. If we don't hear anything from Romano or Ornstein in the next couple of hours, I think it's false. Yeah. Like I said, it could be an agent talk, man. It could be agents. It could be agents to speed up the deal. That's all it could be. Brentford could just be putting it out there. You know what? We've made contact. It makes sense, doesn't it? Frank's been officially, from yesterday, Tottenham put officially, we have signed Thomas Frank to be our manager. That was yesterday. So today, okay, let's pull it out there that he wants Mbuemo. That could be a fact. But at the same time, it's just, we shouldn't even be in this situation. It's been 2 weeks. We've had a clean run. We should just wrap it up. See you later. If we're not going to pay what they're asking for, and it's not even like we're hearing they're in proper negotiations. All we've been hearing is, oh, we're coming for a second bid. The second bid hasn't come. What's going on then? Apparently, was meant to bid the second bid last week. What's going on then? And this is what's scary, because you got to remember something. Like, to the players that we're looking at, Mbuemo and Cunha, they are Prem proven. A lot of these players are not Prem proven. People are talking about Tyler Diblin. Tyler Diblin, how much goals has he scored? He didn't score more than 5 goals last season. So if we was to miss out on Mbuemo, who would we get next season in them 10s? This is what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. It's a sticky one. Exactly. That's what I said. If he's already said that I'm going to leave you, Thomas Frank, I'm going to Manchester United, why is Thomas Frank now going to turn around? And how come all of a sudden, all right, you know what? I want to come back to you now, Thomas Frank. He already must have knew that he was going there to Spurs. Let's be real now. They're colleagues. He must have knew he's going Spurs. He's rejected him and said, listen, I'm going Manchester United. I support them or whatever, or I want to go for that rebuild. Why is he now going to turn around and say, all right, you know what? I've rejected them already, but let me just go back there. Let me go back to Frank. He was ready to leave Frank in Brentford. So that's why I'm thinking that we have to have this one in the bag. And this is some agent talk, or this is Brentford putting it out there so that we can bid. We can get scared, panic, and go and bid. And just whatever they want, 65 million, we go and get it. Man United's probably trying to be smart and just, they're haggling over a few millions or something. But I just can't see why. I just can't see why he would think. I just can't see why he would reject them first and then change his mind and then unreject them again. Like, you know what? I might actually go there for real. Like, he's already said no. And out of all 3 of the clubs that he rejected, I wish I had the article. It was Tottenham, Arsenal, and Newcastle. Newcastle, I've got probably the best project out of all of them, in my opinion. Arsenal's got a good project. Let me not say that, but Newcastle's got a good project as well. They've got Isaac at top. On the left, they've got Antony Gordon. If I'm Mbuemo, that right is secured. That's mine. The right wing is his position. He's nice. You don't need to worry about nothing. And then they've got Harvey Barnes coming off the bench, Jacob Murphy. So he would have been nice. They're in Champions League. They've won a trophy. He could have went to Newcastle. He said no. Arsenal. Martinelli's been acting up on the left. Trossard. Is he going to go? Is he going to stay? They're looking at a striker and they're looking at a winger. You've got Saka on one side and you could have been on the other side. You're in Champions League. You've never played Champions League in his life. Remember that, he's never played Champions League. So you would have been able to play Champions League, and he's probably one of the missing pieces that can get them through the line because he's a baller. He's done it in the Premier already. I'm going Arsenal. Think about it. I'll go Arsenal or Newcastle. One of them places. Tottenham is a bit dodgy. You finished 17th. Yeah, you won Europa. You got Champions League because you won Europa. But the project-wise, they need to sell some players, switch it up. You got a new manager coming in. It's all over the place. It's a bit like us, to be honest, where it's just we're new with it. Like, is it going to click next year? We don't know. But with Arsenal and Newcastle, you just need 2-3 pieces, and you should feel confident within yourself that we can go and do it. So if Mbuemo wanted to leave, I reckon he would have went to Newcastle. That's what I reckon. Arsenal, maybe, but remember, they got Saka on the right. So it would have been, is he back up to Saka? Or is he, do you know what I'm saying? Because can he play on the left? I don't know him to play on the left. I've heard he's played up top, etc. But I don't know. I think he would have went to Newcastle. If he really wanted Champions League, he would have went to Newcastle. But it's just crazy that it's come out of nowhere. Thomas Frank's been unveiled yesterday. Thomas Frank is the Tottenham manager. Bam. And then today it's come out. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham have held in initial discussions with Brentford over a potential deal for Mbuemo. And this Sky Sports Leo, he's meant to be reliable. So I don't know, man. I just hope Fabrizio Romano or something just says, yo, listen, yep, Tottenham have held contacts with them, but he wants Manchester United. Simple as that. And that something like that came out already the other day, but it just keeps coming back. Why does it keep coming back? It might just be they're playing games with each other, man. Agents and all of these things. It's a crazy one, man. So we're going to end up seeing anyway. We're going to see how it unveils later on. We'll give it a couple hours. But like I said, that's 3 different. So we got the Sky Sports that came out of it earlier. And then we've had Graham Bailey come out of it and talk about it. TVR Football. And Christopher Mikel, he spoke about it from 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah? So that's 3 different outlets. I don't know where Christopher Mikel's from. I don't think he's in London, though, or England. So he's come from his own place and spoke about it. And then Graham Bailey's picked it up. And then Sky Sports has picked it up. So it's not just one person that's come out and said it. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, isn't it? He's come out yesterday and then now all of a sudden he wants to go to Spurs. It's crazy, but it's 3 different journalists, though. And they're not connected. That's why it's a bit scary. What's Jacobs Ben saying? And Mbuemo's preferred option still Man United. Spurs talks with Brentford not yet advanced. Brentford won in excess of 60 million. Spurs made aware of his presence, but before Thomas Frank joined. There we. Abdullah, when was that? Tell me when he done that. Was that today or was that in the past? Was that just now? But this is what I'm saying, man. He's rejected them already, and journalists have came out and already said this geezer wants Manchester United. That's his preferred option. Do you know what I'm saying? So what are we doing here? It's just going to keep coming up every other day. But this is why we just need to wrap it up. Look at Man City, the way they do business. They go in there, yeah, they might get rejected once quickly, but they wrap it up. Boom, boom. Obviously, I know they got the Club World Cup, so they got to move a bit fast. But in general, you don't see them haggling with deals for 2-3 weeks, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got a new regime and the Ineos thing. I know they're moving a bit different and they're moving a bit better. Oh, okay, it was 25 minutes ago, yeah? That's good. That's good. So United are, come on, man. I'm going to read it out one more time because a lot of people are coming in the chat and hoping that it's facts or whatever, or for those that don't know anyway. And Mbuemo's preferred option, still Manchester United. Spurs talks with Brentford, not yet advanced. So what's that then? Just some idiot talk. Oh yeah, we would bid for Mbuemo, but if he's saying he wants to go United, basically what it is, let me break it down. If Manchester United fumble it, don't agree a price, and it's still open, Spurs might get him basically because of Thomas Frank. That's what it basically is. Manchester United are in the driving seat. We can only mess it up ourselves. No one else can mess it up, literally. So it's up to you lot. It's basically Ineos, Jason Wilcox, whatever his name is. If you lot mess it up, you're done. Like, we've messed it up. And then Spurs can come in. That's all it is then. Because there's no way we're in the driver's seat and Spurs is taking off when he's already rejected them. That does not make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. And Ben Jacobs come out. He's been kind of reliable, but then again, if you go on Ben Jacobs' Twitter, he said we made a second bid about a week ago, and we never made a second bid. And then like 2 days ago, he said we're about to make another bid. So that's why I've been watching him a bit closely and saying, I know you've got a few right recently, but do you know what I'm saying? You got to watch them one day. Go on his page and watch Ben Jacobs. I'll probably bring it up later. But he said, yeah, we're going to make a second bid for Man United have now made a second bid for Mbuemo about 5-6 days ago. There's been no second bid. No other journalists have said anything about it. And then literally 2 days ago, he went on the United stand and he said, they're about to make a second bid very soon. Nothing's happened. So he just keeps saying things. But obviously, he's been kind of reliable, so he might have made a little phone call or something and, his preferred option is still Man United. And to be honest, the way Man United are taking a bit long anyway, it seems like they're just haggling over the money. It don't seem like there's any madness or it's, you get it? And Mbuemo's picked us, so it's literally agree a fee and you're coming to Old Trafford. And Mbuemo's probably just sitting there waiting, and people are just, his name just going crazy. And like you said, John Cena, he's been thinged yesterday, he's been unveiled yesterday, and all of a sudden, he wants to go to Spurs today. Out of nowhere. Come on, man. This is crazy. Thanks, brother, man. Appreciate it. And yeah, man, subscribe, man. If you're here, subscribe, man. Every day we're doing this. 3 times a day. I come with the latest, what's been going on recently with Manchester United. Lunchtime, 1 o'clock every day, about 5, 6, and then by like 9, 10. So subscribe and you won't miss a thing. I'm always here updating you. You don't need to be going on Twitter. You don't need to be going all these places. I'm going to put all of it into one place for you. Do you know what I mean? Literally. Every single Man United news that's come out will be here. Eventually, we'll pay the exact fee, but I don't know why it's taking us so long. Yeah, exactly. But this is how business works in negotiation. But this is what I think is stalled a bit because of Frank leaving. There's no way it'll be going on for this long. Do you know what I mean? We would have had it out, had our conversations, etc., and then whatever would have happened. If you're not coming, then whatever. But I think it's stalled, and it's only been going a bit slower because their manager's leaving, so they're negotiating that with Spurs about Frank leaving, and then once he's left, now we can progress with Mbuemo. Do you know what I'm saying? Because why are we gonna think about it? That's their main thing. Our manager's leaving. Forget this one player for now. Let's deal with the manager. They got 10 million release clause for him or something like that. So we got our 10 million for him, and then now we got to find a new manager. Get the manager in, and then they can make transfers. How can they go and sign someone right now, and someone's going to go and... Why would someone sign for them without knowing the project? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and Brentford, no one's going to sign for them right now. They don't know who they're playing under. They could have a counter-attack manager. They could have an attacking manager, a defend. They don't know. So they've got to get a manager in first. As soon as they get their manager in, then the manager then it's like, all right, cool. He's in play. We can look at some transfers. He can talk to them and sell the project to them. So they're dealing with all of that. And Mbuemo's already said, I'll come to United, where our valuation is probably like 8 million or 10 million or something in between. We'll talk about that in a few days. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the situation. I don't think it's nothing crazy as well, to be honest. I don't think it's mad. I think, and Mbuemo's already said, I want Man United, and he's just chilling. He's probably on the beach or something. You lot just swat the price and I'll be coming. We've already told him, you're coming, don't worry. Let's just boom, boom, boom. I think in the end, we'll get more closer to what they want. They probably want 65 million. I doubt they want 70. They probably want like 65 million. We're probably saying we'll give you 58 plus 7 add-ons or something. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But yeah, it's mad, man. I just don't want us to be in no tick-a-tacker with other teams. Yeah, we don't offer this. So it's crazy, man. Gyokeres now. So this came out yesterday about Gyokeres. Arsenal prepare fresh offer, 70 million euros. Fixed fee will be higher than 55 million in the first offer. So they had a first offer with Gyokeres and it got dissed. They got rejected, the first offer. We don't know if it's true, but this Sport Witness, they're the ones that said that Gyokeres had an argument with the president. You see how we got Sir Jim and Glazers, whatever? That's our owners. In Portugal, they call them presidents. So Sport Witness, they came out the other day and said, it's tense. Gyokeres had an argument with the president, and everyone just like, fake account or whatever. It's not reliable. But then it came out to be reliable. Now Fabrizio's talking about it, etc. So they're talking about Arsenal's ready to go and bid again. 70 million euros this time. So yeah, it's a crazy one. Man United are further behind, they're saying, with Gyokeres. This is what I'm saying. How can we be further behind? We should be. Last week, no one was talking about Arsenal with Gyokeres. It was all Sesko. So is Arsenal playing a game where they're just sending agent talks to just get it out there? We're in for Gyokeres, and then by the time they go for Sesko's Leipzig's not really all right. You know, we're just gonna do it because they will just go for Gyokeres. And John Cena, to your question, Gyokeres or Osimhen, I would rather Osimhen. Like saying what you just said, I don't mind either. I'll take both of them. I'll take any of them. But me personally, I'll rather Osimhen because of the aerial duels and the threat he scores with his goals. Gyokeres scores goals and he's a striker and he's deadly, but he's not really good scoring with his head. So I wouldn't, I want the full package. We can have a shit game. It's 0-0. It's got to the 85th minute. You just keep putting the ball in. Gyokeres scores. And you got to remember something as well. Look at our team. Look at United. Tell me who can score headers or even defend set pieces. Like, who's good at it? The only two players that I would tell you that will score headers for us on a set piece is Casemiro, Maguire, and De Ligt. 3 players. Casemiro, Maguire, and De Ligt. That's the 3 players that I will bank on might score a goal with a header. Put it in the box. If them 3 are not playing, and you got to remember, Casemiro could leave if a bid comes in for him. Maguire probably leave next year after his contract's done. He only got a year extension. De Ligt and Maguire don't ever play together. So that's only 1. So let's just say De Ligt's playing, Casemiro, and everyone we got now. We were bad for defending set pieces. Remember how much set pieces we conceded? We can't header the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? And everyone we rely on, who scores our goals, is Casemiro and Maguire. They're very good with their head. So that's why I would want Osimhen, because Osimhen is another guy to defend them and to score. Like I said, it could be 0-0. It could be the 85th minute. You just keep putting it. The wing backs keep just crossing it in, and then he just makes something out of nothing. Gyokeres has to land to his feet. He don't really score headers. Do you understand? He wins a lot of aerial duels in the air, Gyokeres, but he doesn't score a lot of aerials. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not really good at headering. But Osimhen can do it all. Both of them are kind of bullies as well. Osimhen's obviously more of a bully. So I would take any of them. Any of them too. It's good that we're linked with these guys anyway, because that's what we should be linked with. Proper strikers. Not no project, Benjamin Sesko, Højlund type of strikers. No, we're linked with proper number 9s now, bullies. So it's good anyway. I'll take any of them. 100%. And I can tell that's what Ruben wants anyway. We was linked with Ekitike yesterday. I think that was jazz. There's no way that was thing. But yeah, anyways, I forgot to read this one up. Manchester United will not break the bank for Victor Gyokeres, despite the in-demand striker threatening to go and strike to force a move this summer. The United links are obvious, given how prolific Gyokeres was for Amorim in Portugal. However, not all senior figures and the club are totally convinced. So basically, we're saying we won't break the bank. And this might be a negotiation tactic as well, like just telling them, listen, we're not going to go there. And because I remember all the rumours that are coming out, they've got this, they want more than 60 million euros now. It's gone mad. No one knows the actual price. So we're putting that out now, like, we're not going to break the bank. So what are you saying? And then now, look, we're linked with Ekitike, Osimhen. Links are just flying through the roof for strikers now. So you see in this game that's being played, every time you're going in for someone, you've got to put links out that you're interested in someone else as well, just in case, so that the negotiation person knows, okay, right, they might just go for him. If we're saying 80 million, what's the point of that when Napoli will sell Osimhen for 65 million, for example? So then they've got to come a bit down because they know, all right, they'll just go for Osimhen. It's heating up in the, etc. We've put out a bid. Apparently, we're involved for 100 million for Ekitike. He's not a Ruben player. Let's be real. Look at all the strikers we're linked with. Osimhen, Delap. Who else is there? Osimhen, Delap, Gyokeres, and who else was linked? Mateta. All of them are bullies. They just sit in the box and bully up the place. That's what they are. Ekitike is not like that. He's like an HIJACK type of player, but not the finished article where he's in the box like a poacher. He's more, you know what I'm saying, dance around 2 players and shoot. So I think that was a gas one as well. But yeah, man, Victor Gyokeres or Osimhen, any of the Victors, bring them to Old Trafford, please. Please, any of the Victors. So yeah, we'll see how that one goes. That was from the iPaper Sport and Pete Hall. And they're kind of reliable, to be honest with you. And then we've got Antony. Let me take this off the screen. We've got Antony now. And Real Betis are now doing all they can to create a package to sign Antony. They plan to submit a bid with incentives, including more image rights for the player and sell-on clauses, as they can't meet United's 40 million valuation as his current salary. And then the other bit just says, and that's from another journalist, to just confirm that United has set a 50 million euros price tag for Antony. So 40 million pounds, 50 million euros, around the same price. So it's just confirming that, yeah, we want 40 million for Antony. They can't reach that, but they're going to try little things around it. I would take 30 million for Antony all day. Get his wages off the books, get Antony out of here. Because you got to remember, we can't even buy a striker until we've got rid of some of these players. So I'll take 30 million. Give me 30 million for Antony. Højlund, Inter Milan loan. Sancho, 25 million. Hopefully someone picks him up. Go buy a striker. Bring in Mbuemo. And then, yeah, whoever else goes and comes back, we'll deal with it like that. So, yeah, man. It's just... yeah. Abdullah, love, man. Don't subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. But, yeah, Antony definitely needs to go, man. But that's it for now anyway. You see my doors going off. I was meant to end the stream about 5 minutes ago. I'm going to be back on later. I'll see you lot in a bit. Thanks for tuning in.